What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do here on the Jam Session. We cook up every single game, every single day, man. Money Making Tuesday. We've been hot, and we're just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. Last night, we did smash our NBA Player of the Day in no sweat fashion. The Chicago Bulls took the Philadelphia 76ers behind the woodshed. It was a really good spot situation for the Bulls. Really, we're just continuing to fade the Philadelphia 76ers almost blindly, especially with expectations. We'll see if the books finally adjust how they're looking at Philadelphia, but everything I'm looking at tells me they're one of the worst teams in the NBA, period. From an ATS and a straight-up perspective. Shout out the Bulls last night. Our other play, we had only 2 plays last night officially in the NBA, was the Thunder Buddies, and they let us down in tremendous fashion. They definitely busted up my parlay. 25-point lead. End up losing the game outright in overtime. Absolutely disgusting. We got to keep an eye on them Thunder Buddies, man. We still love them. We love them to death. They're our favorite money-making team, but, man, last night was not fun, but is what it was, be what it be. That's the NBA for you. Looking to do some damage tonight, man. Money-making Tuesday. We got a solid card. We got the big one tonight, man. We got the big one. We got my favorite team, the Los Angeles Lake Show Lakers, at home at the crib with the team from Dallas rolling in, man. Y'all see what I got on. Yes, sir. You know I had to go cop it, man. Can't wait to see how this game plays out tonight. I'm going to tell you guys exactly how I see this game playing out here in just a second. But we got plenty of money-making opportunities tonight, and I'm going to break down my opinion on all of them. I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And, of course, I have premium plays over at the site. Money Making Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. Let's do what we do. Let's kick the crap out of the books betting hoops. And without further ado, let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do it. First game on the board. We got the defending champs, the Boston Celtics, out on the road facing the Toronto Raptors. Raptors, 11.5-point home dogs in this thing. Total, 225. Hey, Boston been rolling coming out of the break. We got to call a spade a spade. They look good coming out of the break. Thing is, I still don't trust them laying this many points, especially not on the road on a money-making team like the Raptors. We've made a pretty penny this season with the Raptors as home underdogs, specifically as sizable home underdogs. Raptors beat Boston outright last time in Toronto, 110-97. I don't know if they win that game outright tonight, but I definitely think they compete. The first couple games for Boston coming out of the break, I felt like were motivation games. Philadelphia, first game out of the break, of course, they want to play well. And then at home against New York. New York got a lot of hype. Boston handled business against them. Tonight, I think they returned back to the Boston Celtics they've been for majority of the season. Kind of a team that goes through the motions for majority of the game, win the game, but don't always cover. There's a reason Boston is as bad as they are from an ATS perspective this season. Toronto, one of the best money-making teams this season. They're going to give me 11.5 with Toronto at home, at the crib with the entire country behind them, where we love betting them. Sign me up, man. I'm on the Toronto Raptors plus the points in this one. Keep an eye on the injury report for both teams. Holiday out, Tillman out, Horford game-time decision, Jakob Poeltl game-time decision. Huge news there for the Raptors. Really need Poeltl in there tonight, but I think he gives it a go. So just a couple names to read off to you there. Keep it rolling. We head over to Orlando, where the Magic are 7.5-point home dogs with the Cleveland Cavaliers rolling in Cleveland. Hey, this team is the number one ATS team in the NBA for a reason. They've come. They got the best record in the NBA. They've looked good all season long. Unless I have a clear and concise reason to fade Cleveland, I'm not interested in doing so. But I'm doing so tonight because I like the spot for Orlando. The revenge game at home at the crib. I still believe in Orlando. I still think Orlando can go on a run. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a playoff series between these two teams and it went 6 or 7 games. I think it's probably where we're headed between these two teams. And I think Orlando shows up tonight and gives Cleveland a run for their money. I honestly believe Cleveland has a legitimate chance to win this game outright. Orlando has a legitimate chance to win this game outright. They should have beat Memphis that first game out of the break. And then I love how they destroyed Washington in that second half of that last game. I lean towards Orlando in this one. I do. I want the points in my back pocket, and I think they have a legitimate chance to win it outright. Fading Cleveland is not fun. I understand that, and I have been saying let's have a clear and concise reason to fade them. I'm not interested in doing so, but I do believe the revenge game at home for Orlando is enough to do it. We trust Orlando in Orlando, man. We know the numbers with the Magic last 2 seasons at home. Last 2 seasons at home, they're covering at over a 60% clip. I think this is a good spot to grab the points with them. I think they compete. I honestly think they have a chance to win it. Keep it rolling. We head over to Houston, where the Rockets are laying 3.5 points on the Milwaukee Bucks. Total 226.5. Interesting game here. Keep an eye on the injury report. Giannis game time decision in this one. And then for Houston, Dylan Brooks, Fred VanVleet, Tari Eason, Steven Adams, everybody game time decision. It's a tough game to read at the current time of recording this video with the injury report looking like it's looking. I want to be on Houston here, but I need these guys to play. Revenge game at home at the crib for Houston. Bounce back game at home at the crib for Houston after losing to Utah on the road in disgusting fashion. So bounce back game at home that also happens to be a revenge game. Y'all know I love that spot. I need the Rockets to be healthy here, though. I'm expecting Giannis to play. It doesn't really move the needle for me. Houston is the favorite by over a bucket for a reason. That's how my mind sees this game. We trust Houston in Houston, man. Houston, we have a problem. The problem is they've been extremely banged up recently, but they could be getting healthy tonight. Again, keep an eye on this injury report, but I like Houston in this spot. Bounce back game at home that also happens to be a revenge game, and we trust the Rockets at home. I'll lay it. We keep rolling. We head over to Memphis, where the Grizzlies are laying 7.5 points on the Phoenix Suns. We got the second best ATS team in the NBA playing the worst. I'm on the Grizzlies, man. No need to overcomplicate this one. We say this. What we know about Memphis is they're in that same airspace as Denver. We don't fade them at home often. Memphis goes stupid, dummy, crazy at home at the crib. Phoenix, man, we've made so much money just blindly fading this team this season and last season, really last 2 seasons combined. It's not even funny, and I just want to continue to do so. Memphis has won both meetings this season, 117-112 in Phoenix, 119-112 in Phoenix. They've yet to play them in Memphis. Memphis, a different team, monster and animal in Memphis. They've been struggling since the break, but they've been on the road. I think they come home tonight, flex their muscles, and remind us why they are so dominant from an ATS perspective and why we love betting them in Memphis. So, continuing to fade Phoenix, and we're playing on the Grizzlies at home at the crib. Keep it rolling, man. We got the San Antonio Spurs down on the road facing the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans 2.5-point home favorites in this thing. These two teams just played the other day in New Orleans. It was a back and forth game there for a little minute, and then the Pelicans took off on them boys. I was thoroughly surprised to see that happen. In the quick revenge spot, I'm on the San Antonio Spurs. I don't trust the Pelicans. We've been blindly fading the Pelicans for majority of the season. Pelicans, one of the worst ATS teams in the NBA. They have been much better at home this season. I think they're slightly profitable right now at home. I want to say they're 16-14 ATS at home this season. But now laying points with them in back-to-back games, I can't do it. So I'm on the Spurs here just to play on the quick revenge spot. I think the Spurs are a little undervalued now that Wemby has gone out. Everybody just thinks this team was just Wemby, and that's not the case. And New Orleans, team has 14 wins. I'm not interested in laying points with them. Feel me? Last and final game of the night. Kidding. We got 2 left. We got the Charlotte Hornets out on the road facing the Golden State Warriors. Warriors laying 17.5 in this one. Total 220.5. Hey, I think the line tells you everything you need to know. Am I rushing to lay this many points with the Warriors? No, not really. Do I think it's the right play, though? Yes, I think they would shed the Hornets in this thing tonight. The Warriors are going to heat up. They are. I kind of like this Curry, Jimmy Butler pairing. I do. The more and more I see it, the more and more I start to like it. And it's just a bad spot for the Hornets. They're on an extended road trip. They were on the road before the All-Star break. They've been on the road since the All-Star break. They've been blitzed in back-to-back games by Denver, by Portland. They did beat the Lakers in that first one, but I think they got it out their system there. Not a game, again, I'm rushing to the window to bet, but I'm going to lean towards the Golden State Warriors laying 17.5. I know. Now we made it, man, to the last and final game of the night, man. The big one. We got my favorite team, the Los Angeles Lakers, at home at the crib. With the team from Dallas rolling in, man. We all know what's going on here, man. The Don, Luka, will be playing his former team in the Dallas Mavericks. Lakers laying 9.5. I'm going to be real with y'all. The Lakers are tremendously overrated and overvalued in this spot. They are. I'm still laying the 9.5, though. It's a revenge game at home. It's a bounce-back game at home that also happens to be a revenge game. Lakers lost their last home game to the Charlotte Hornets, 197. So the last time the Lakers home crowd saw them play, man, they lost to the Hornets. Since then, they went on the road, beat Portland, beat Denver, looked good in both. Dallas beat the Lake Show 118-97 in Dallas back on the 7th of January. I think it's a good spot for the Lakers tonight, man. The line probably should have been closer to where it opened up, which is like 5.5. 5.5 is really where this line should have been and where it should be. Everybody, their mama, uncle, and auntie betting the Lakers tonight, though, and drove this line up 4 points. A lot of lumber to lay, man. And the Mavs have been a money-making team since trading for Anthony Davis, especially since he went down. I think they're 7-1 ATS since then. So fading Dallas right now hasn't been fun. But I think they get dominated again, like they got dominated by the Warriors the other day. I think it's what happens here. I think Luka come out here tripping. I do. I think he come out here tripping. So I'm betting the Lakers tonight. That's all I'm here to tell y'all. I'm betting the Lakers tonight. Yes, they're overrated. Yes, they're overvalued. Yes, this line should be 5.5. But in that same breath, this is like a history-style game. And Luka is, in my mind, in my opinion, an all-time great. And I think we'll talk about this game and the one that's going to be in Dallas in April for a while. Feel me? So I just want to be on the right side of history. I think the Lakers kick the fucking crap out of the Mavs tonight. And Luka gives them hell. At least that's what I'm hoping happens, man. But so what I got for y'all tonight, ladies and gentlemen, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that continue to tune in and watch this video. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And, of course, I have premium plays over at the site. My top play tonight is not the Lakers, for anybody wondering. I am betting it heavy. Well, that's not my top play. There's another play I absolutely love tonight that you guys can scoop up. We smashed it last night with the Bulls. Looking to go and do it again tonight on this one. Scoop it up over there or hop on something long-term. We've been hot over the last week, over the last month. We're just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward, man. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. Tonight's tonight. Tonight's tonight. We'll see. I'm out of here. Peace.